quote that my dad would always say is, make goosebumps last as long as you can and take advantage of cheap thrills. And I mean, I think there's a lot in that quote. So I was 19 years old. I'd tried out college and I didn't like it, and my parents couldn't help pay for it, so I only went for 2 weeks because that was the deadline for your refund. And I remember I applied for this job in Alaska, working commercial fishing, and then I also applied for this job in Montana for this electric company. And I remember the guy was telling me, he's like, oh, you'll be retired by the time you're 50. I was driving to an interview for this company, and I got this call from the job in Alaska. They're like, we want to hire you, and the job starts in like 2 weeks or whatever. And I called the electric company and told them I wasn't going to make the interview. And a couple weeks later, I flew up to Alaska, and I specifically remember this feeling that was like the most amazing. I still get the feeling when I travel to like foreign places. It was just the coolest feeling of like the unknown. And I think I kind of thrive off of that feeling. And when life gets too normal, like I kind of, I don't like it. I don't feel like you need to know what you're going to do for the rest of your life to have a plan. Just being really present from day to day or from week to week. That's kind of, I guess, what my plan is. Since Alaska, I've been on the road for the past like 15 years, and a while back, my brother gave me one of his old cameras, and yeah, I remember him just being like, you're always traveling and going to these cool places and like doing these climbs that are really cool. You should start documenting it. I remember we'd talk on the phone, and he'd be like, oh, did you take your camera with you? And I wanted always to have my camera with me, so I wouldn't have to be like, oh no, I didn't take my camera. it just became the norm of just taking it with me everywhere and taking pictures. And then it kind of like transitioned into what I'm doing now. There's been times where I've been looking through my camera and I'll take a picture and I'll get emotional because of like where I'm at taking pictures, or I'll look around and be like, I can't believe I'm in this place, and I'll get chills or I'll tear up or whatever.
Ow! Percent Arco Iris.
I remember I was in Sweden and I couldn't believe that I was getting paid to be in this insane area taking pictures. And that's definitely, like, that's the goosebumps, and that's also a cheap thrill if you're getting paid for it.
Yeah, driving with goggles on so you can see the whiteout road coming down for 15,000 and change.
I try not to put too much pressure on myself for climbing or for photography. Make sure that it stays genuine and unforced and something that I truly love and enjoy. And if it gets to a point where I'm not enjoying it, I'll take a break and come back to it when it does feel good.
It's really scary.
It looked really scary.
I'm like nauseous.
Are ya? Jackson said all your screws pulled.
Yeah, it was like climbing a snow cone.
We are after the storm. Nothing gets us going like a hot drink in the morning. Ooh, dog.
A few years ago, after a number of friends had died climbing, I almost felt like some sort of guilt with my family. Going through those experiences, I realized that what I was doing is very dangerous. And so I decided to have this conversation with my parents. I wanted them to know that it's dangerous what I'm doing, and I try to take all the precautions, but I know there's a lot of things out of my hands. It breaks my heart because I have a really loving family, and so it's not easy. But I know if I weren't climbing in the mountains, or if I weren't doing what I truly loved and doing my passion, like, I wouldn't be who I am. And I think my parents understand that, and they truly want me to be Drew.
What did we just do?
It's freezing. We just had a really huge epic. I mean, we set, but it was freaking cold.
It wasn't that epic.
You should turn the camera at your face and then say that it's not that epic.
It wasn't that epic.
Been near a year since I seen you last. 5 since I left home. I was a kid when I went. Now I feel grown. Wonder if you know me. I've seen some things you road I'm on to me is new. And I'm just trying to play my hand.
Throughout my life, I always like to have a little bit of discomfort and try to make sure that when you're not at ease or you're out of your element, that's when you really grow and you can learn. And I would like to continue to live life like that.
Gotta keep moving so I don't bog down. I'd like to say I'll see you in the spring, but only God knows what time will bring.
If I could talk to young Drew Smith, I'd tell him, don't change anything you're doing. Just keep doing it. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Sky with my wings, like a coal train rolling down a track. I gotta keep rolling, not look back, like a hound dog with his nose to the ground. Gotta keep moving so I don't bark.